Welcome to number 6, the sixth video in this series of Australian slang, Australian lingo and terminologies. We left off last time with the word knocker, which means someone who loves to criticize. As I said in the previous video, that something that I do frequently with the bare-chested V-rants, and a little bit at Sad But Trues, but Sad But Trues, reviews, they deserve what they get, you know. Either the movie sucked, or the game sucked, or something else sucked. But the bare-chested V-rants is just me it's just me criticizing the injustice like what I deem to be unjust with the world. And I did a bit of it on professional wrestling. And I call myself a fair dinkum fan too. Yeah. To make reference to other videos. Now we're up to the letter L. And we're up to this beautiful word. And it had to be the start of one of those things. It is a beautiful word. It's a term of endearment, man. A larrikin. A larrikin means a bloke who always a person who always it's more for the men, you know. A bloke who always enjoys himself, or a harmless prankster. At times that I am a larrikin, you know. Which is a term of endearment, you know. I could say this about the cast of Jackass. You know, Johnny Knoxville, Bam Margera, Steve-O, formerly Ryan Dunn, God rest his soul. And that lineup cast of characters, they're all larrikins, you know. They're blokes who enjoy themselves, and they do they're harmless pranksters. They're harmless pranksters to the rest of the world, but yet they do a lot of shit to each other. But still, harmless for everyone else, hurtful to them. They're larrikins in my books. This next word is lippy. Lippy is, I know this is a marker, but lippy is lipstick. That's what lippy is. Liquid laugh. Oh, you don't want to be around when someone liquid laughs all over the place. It's a similar word. It is the same meaning as chunda from part 2, or I think it was part 3 of video of this. It means to vomit, you know. Ugh. This word we got from. We got this from the UK. A lot of these mean sweets and candies. Over here in Australia, we have a thing called the loo. It means the same as a dunny. Well, a loo is on the inside, dunny is on the outside. It means it's still a toilet. And to wrap up the L's before we go into the M's, the lucky country, and we're talking about Australia itself. We're not big noting ourselves or bragging about Australia being the lucky country. Quite a lot of people say that Australia is the lucky country, so, and I'm not going to do something insulting, but that's what Australia's been called, so we've adopted that as the lucky country down under. Boom. Now we're into the M's. Let me see. And to start this thing, you gotta start off with mate, 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 mate. M-A-T-E, mate. It's a word that Australia flies, flings around at any given chance. It just means buddy, friend. This means buddy and friend, Hey mate, how's it going? How's it going? I should have said that a bit earlier on, but I'll do that for like an outtakes one. Over here is, but let me see. Over here we have matrix or mates discount. It's to say you don't pay as much as if something costs $20, you pay $15. That's mates rates. It's cheaper than usual. Usually reserved for a friend. Over here we have metho. Metho is an alcoholic. It's like it's something. It's a poison and it's alcohol. It's methylated spirits that you use to clean spark plugs and things like that. Something I've used on more than one occasion. Quite a good thing to start. Quite a good way to start fires too. I've seen that at camping, but it's beside the point. Now let's see here. That one. We're up to what you actually have. There's this word called a MIDI. It's a predominantly Sydney word for. It's actually a small drink of beer. It's beer in a big glass. But let me see, scrolling down, we have the word, this terminology called milk bar. A milk bar is not where kids go down to get soft serve milkshake, milkshakes, thick shakes, and milk related things to do with in a kid friendly bar scene. No. It's far from that. It is the local corner store that sells cheap fast food. I'm gonna go down to the milk bar. I'm gonna get some chips, some chips and sauce, some deep fried dim sims, a whole chicken, and get a couple of burgers with a couple of bowls of milk, a couple of bowls of soft drink. I'll be back home soon. That's just to get like that nice meal. an occupation called a milko. This occupation is extinct with the advent of the milk with the milk bar and shops like Woolies, Woolworths. In America, you would have Walmart, Costco, because like with those refrigeration areas, and they have milk in them. A milker used to be a milkman, a noble job. This word has quite a lot, has two different meanings. It's called mob. Yes, we do use the word mob for a group of people, but yet not necessarily troublesome. Which to say, oh, that mob of people are protesting the acting of someone who did good, or that mob is protesting to get someone bad out of office. This other usage of the word mob, it means family, herd. It also means a group of kangaroos. See. Over here we when you call someone a mongrel, it means a despicable person. It's you never call a bloke a mongrel. You don't call a woman a dog. The same thing. You call them it's despicable and unattractive. That's something we don't do. There's a word here called mozzie. It's a short way of saying mosquito, which we'll be getting for the next couple of months or so because of those little blood-sucking vermin trying to get our blood. We just killed a mozzie right there. We have a muddy. Ooh, I love eating muddies. Very delicious. Before you say, oh, you eat mud, you eat dirt. It's it means muddy is Australia's way of saying mud crab. A delicious mud crab. It goes well with a nice little bit of butter and a little bit of salt on top too. That's how I enjoy my mud crabs or muddies. A mug. This is a friendly bit of banter or a friendly insult. Yeah, mug. Or is it? Have a go. Yeah, have a go, you mug. It's a gullible person, At times I've been a mug myself. It's quite funny when I've fell for some things, but that's a bit beside the point, But we're out of the M's and we're into the N's. To have a naughty is having sex. I'm just gonna be plain out saying that, let's see here. We have a thing called the never never. It refers to the outback or the centre of Australia. It's like back of Burke. Here's the Beyond the Black Stump, and here's the Never Never. The Never Never is predominantly it's the outback in the centre of Australia, you know, where nothing grows, where there's not a soul to be seen for click upon click, to use quotations from previous video. This word means a full. Yep, nincompoop. Yeah, nothing special. But this one is a honourable, what I would call a honourable thing for young Australians who live along the coastline to do. Become a nipper. A nipper means a young life surfer. You know, the nippers, they get educated on how to be a bit more efficient. Yeah, how to swim, how to use a surfboard properly. And when they grow up, they can become iron people. You know, like the ones that you see on TV. You know, they do like the bike riding, like the foot racing, and then the marathon swimming. In the nutty, it means naked. Well, again, this is a bit of a fast one. N was pretty fast. O is going to be, when they were in O, and we're not talking about the Oprah Winfrey Network, we're talking about the letter O for the Australian slang, terminology, and lingo sayings, you know. This word, oka. It just means an unsophisticated person. There's another word that we say as well, but I'll say that in an outtake one. We have over here in Australia called an offsider, which is an assistant or a helper. I have worked as an offsider for let's see, a couple of companies in the past. There's the term which is a term of endearment, you know. Oldies. Oldies means parents, you know, mother and father. Oh, I have to ask like my oldies. It means I have to ask my parents, and which is a respectful thing. What you have to be done. Over here we have just an acronym called OS. It means overseas. As I say, Hugh Jackman for the Wolverine movies, for that Wolverine movie he did, he had to go from Australia to OS to America to make it. He has to go to overseas to America to make it. The next word is Outback. You've noticed that I've mentioned this place, the Outback, again and again and again over these past few videos. The Outback means the interior of Australia, the sandy interior of Australia. And lastly, to finish off this 20 minutes, will be 20.5 minutes or whatever, Oz. Oz is just a small terminology for Australia itself. as to for that musical, The Man from Oz. That's to say, The Man from Australia. Well, that's simple as that. And this is the end of part 6, and see ya in part 7. See ya, mate.